All right, this is a fun one. Chapter 22, Mastering Organization and Consistency with Modern Technology. When you use apps like the baseball scouting application that I created that's on iOS called the Scout Hub, you eliminate the need for pen and paper, writing stuff down on scorecards and roster forms and things like that. You can actually put it all into your phone or tablet, save it, edit it later, add videos, tallies up into an overall role rating grade, MLB scale 80 to 20. It's an amazing, amazing piece of software. It's the only one of its kind. That's why I know it's amazing because nobody has built it. And so I guess I'm first to the race, or maybe I've just created it better. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but it really is a great piece of software. Check it out at the Scout Hub under the baseball scouting application. It's separate from the website, but you can also find it on iOS under the Scout Hub. So, with saying stuff like that, I think, when you're writing notes or taking notes on players, you can use like your voice text and voice memos that you can go back and then rewrite. You're kind of dictating, creating a dissertation of what you're seeing of this player, and then you're going to go back and transcribe that into whatever system you're using to create reports. But also too, like integrating AI tools to help with analysis through Chat GPT for summarizing like game reports or your notes into a concise readout, so you can actually understand that these are great for follows, or if you're creating a long, just very raw report talking about a hitter and his swing or her swing, and then them on defense. And then you got all these notes on your note section on your phone, or you have notes, that you've written or whatever. You can transcribe those into like ChatGPT. You always want to double check for accuracy, obviously, whenever you're using any AI or anything. And you have to use it properly. So there's some great YouTube videos on education on how to use that stuff. But again, scouting apps, the Scout Hub, it's got a great tool for comparing players and analysis. But just make sure you're organizing your note taking. You're regularly checking your notes, regularly checking your prep list. Every day, I would take a look at all the players that I had written reports on, and I would just think about, like, is that one better than two? Is the two better than one? Is it four better than two? And I would kind of go through this process. And I wouldn't spend a lot of time on it, but sometimes, especially after you're seeing more players, you realize, well, the guy I have up on my number two prospect isn't really as good as what I just saw last night. I know I have a lower overall role rating on him as in my like sixth spot, but I think overall play, he's a better player and fits our organization better. So I might keep him at that number six spot because the role rating dictates that. However, I am going to put an asterisk next to him or her. And when I talk to my scouting director or my head coach or travel ball organization owner or whatever, as we're creating these teams, I might highlight why I really have a gut feel for this player. And maybe that player is not a two player, but maybe that player slides up the notch a little bit. So using technology to organize your thoughts, organize your notes, it's super key. Don't just put them down on paper and leave them there. Embrace technology, embrace what it can do for you in helping you summarize and just become more professional.